Hey y'all, welcome to the Style Chronicles. I'm going to make this a little vlog, not really a pregnancy vlog because I do that already, but just kind of a little vlog. It is the, 12th? April 12th? No, April 14th. Wow, 14th, tax day's tomorrow. The 14th, and I still have not received my Birchbox for this month. I'm a little disappointed. I used to get it by the 6th of every month. And then I would get it by, at least the 10th. Last month's came, I think, on the 11th. And now it just seems like it's getting further and further back into the month that I have to wait to get it. And I just get really, really annoyed because it was something that, I always looked forward to the first week of a new month. And now it looks like it's going into the, we're into almost the third week. Well, Friday was like the first, so like 2 weeks into April. But anyhow, I'm guessing because they're getting bigger or having more subscribers or whatever, that they're having to produce more, ship more out, or for whatever reason. So yeah, no Birchbox yet. I did not order Shoe Dazzle this month. I didn't see anything that I liked, anything that I had to have. Even in the purse area and the jewelry area, I think $39.95 is a lot to pay for a necklace and a set of earrings, or a necklace and a bracelet. At least it is for me. They don't look that, tempting to purchase. I think if they would do like 2 for $39.95, that would be a little bit more enticing. 2 sets for that price. The purses, I think, are worth the $40, and the shoes, I think, if you can find some that you like, I think they are worth that. But as far as the sets of jewelry, I don't see where they're worth $40 for one set. So no Shoe Dazzle this month. What else? I did not realize that Easter was when Easter is. I thought I thought Easter was still a week away from next weekend. I thought I had another week in there, and apparently I don't. So I went and got some stuff for my daughter's basket. Yesterday we went shopping, grocery shopping, got some stuff, just some candy, and then I got some Easter eggs to hide, little plastic ones to hide candy in for my dad's house for our Easter hunt, because my family usually goes to this really beautiful retreat center. It's a Catholic retreat center that's here. It's about an hour away from the center of our city, and it is absolutely gorgeous, just unbelievably gorgeous. There are some nuns that live on the property, and a lot of the Catholic priests from surrounding areas go there, for for breaks, or they hold seminars, or whatever they need to do there. And when it's not being used by them, they allow Catholic parishioners or other people to come and rent the little villas that are there. And my family is gone for several years now. We used to do Easter at my dad's house every year. And then for the past 2 years, they went out there, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, there's a lake, and there's just these, I don't know, the Catholic diocese does such a beautiful job with the vegetation out there. It's unbelievable. I mean, their grass is like a different color than the grass in the city, I mean, it's so beautiful and vibrant and green, and they plant flowers everywhere, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And there's so many azaleas and colors. It's a beautiful setting to celebrate Easter in. And I'm really, sad that we're not going to go this year. Half of my family is going. My dad's sister and her children. She's got a lot of children. Make up the majority of my cousins and their children. So my second cousins also. But it is too far out of Houston for me to ride comfortably so close to my due date. And my sister, who's pregnant, does not feel like going. My father's other sister does not feel like taking, they don't feel like driving my grandmother out there. My grandmother is in her 80s. She's 87. and she's got Alzheimer's. We've been very, very lucky that she's been on medication for years now. The Alzheimer's medication is supposed to stall your Alzheimer's a little bit. She's been on medication for that for years. So I think she started the medication early enough to where it really has not progressed as agitatively as I guess it does progress in other, people. I've seen it become very aggressive very fast in other people who've suffered from Alzheimer's. And in my grandmother, it has not progressed as fast as it has in other people. And I don't know if that's due to the medication she's on or if it's, just her. But she's still very aloof. And she'll poke fun at herself. Like, she talks about hiding her own Easter eggs because she won't be able to find them. So, she's very comical like that. And I think that's where I get a lot of my lightheartedness from, and I don't take things all that seriously. I think it comes from my grandmother and my dad and that side of my family, because that's how my grandmother is. She's just kind of like, well, okay, take it as it is and deal with it, and that's it. So yeah, they don't feel like driving her out there. It's too long of a drive to really for her to sit and, yeah. So that, and my other cousin just doesn't feel like going. The drive is kind of long, like I said, and there's no TVs out there, so a lot of my cousins are like, there's nothing to do. It's just nature. So anyhow, so we're going back to my dad's this year. Half of my family is, and we're going to hide eggs there, which is pretty cool because the half of my family that has the children that are my daughter's age are the ones that are staying at my dad's, and everybody else with the older kids are pretty much going out to the retreat center. So that's our Easter, but I did not realize it was so close, so I just started preparing for that, and I send cards out for most holidays. I mean, yeah, most holidays. Halloween, Easter, Valentine's Day, Christmas, of course, I do our photo Christmas card. Mother's Day, I send them to my mom, my in-law, and my grandmother. So I sent Easter cards out, or I'm sending them out, but I just got them done, and they're addressed. They're waiting to go. This one is to Gio and Papa. That's what my daughter calls, my mom is Gio, and my dad is, my stepfather is Papa. So that's to Gio and Papa, but I don't remember their address. Because, yeah, they've got, well, I have to figure out where they're going to be. They've got 2 houses they bounce around back and forth, like literally they're there on a Monday and they're back at another house like on a Thursday. So I have to figure out where they're going to be and then put the address on there. But those are, I always do little stickers and then seal it with stickers in the back. And these are cute cards. They're little Easter Snoopy cards. And I just, Happy Easter and sign it, and then my daughter writes her scribble on it. But just that, it's, my parents, my sister, my daughter's cousins, my niece and nephew, my 2 nephews. I have 2 nephews. I don't have a niece. I don't know why I always want to say I have a niece. Her grandparents, my husband's parents, my grandmother, my daddy. She calls my daddy a very specific name. He's Papa too. All 3 of her grandfathers are Papa. One is Papa Allen. The other one is Papa Abel. And my daddy is Papa and another name. His name is Richard, but she doesn't call him that. She calls him another name. She calls him the name that his friends call him, but I can't really say that on here. Anyhow, so she's got her 3 papas, and then her grandmothers. She calls my mom Gio, and she calls her daddy's mom Grandma. Yeah, or Nana. That's it. My sister's name is Lindsay, and she calls her Lily. She's like my Aunt Lily. It's so funny. I guess she can't say the Z, so it's hilarious. And my poor little sister, growing up, we had an aunt that couldn't say Lindsay. She couldn't, pronounce it, so she would call my sister Nancy. So Lindsay has gone from being Nancy to Lily, so that's funny in our family. Anyhow, the other thing I was going to talk about, I have been reminded that my birthday is this month. Yeah, I have never forgotten my birthday, literally forgotten that I would be turning a year older this month. And I guess it's just, you know, the baby and the fact that I'm due so close to my actual birthday, it's just kind of like put it back there on the burner, and I've just forgotten about it. Yeah, my dad actually reminded me yesterday about it, because we were talking about Easter, and he said, well, what are we going to do for your birthday the week late, you know, the week after? And I said, my birthday? He's like, yeah, your birthday. And I thought, oh my God, I've completely just put it out of my mind. Yeah. So I will be a year older this month, which is really scary to me because it's getting a little too close to 30 for my likes. I really do enjoy being in my 20s. 25, if I could go back and just stay at 25 for 10 years, I'd be happy. 25 was like the best, you know, I loved being 25. I had already had my daughter by that time. She was only a couple months old. I was married, you know, my life was good and I liked it, and I felt good. Now, like I said, I'm just getting too close to 30, so I don't know if that's why my birthday's been in the back of my mind and I haven't really thought about it or anything like that. It's your birthday. Your birthday's in December, not in April. So yeah, this month is that. I don't think I'm going to do anything. I know I've got, you know, my cousins and my friends that are asking. My husband was asking too. What? I'm not mean to you. Your birthday is December. You always have a birthday. That's not being mean.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Mommy can't have a birthday?
This is my birthday.
It's your birthday? So Mommy can't have a birthday then? Yeah, I can't have a birthday apparently because it's her birthday. Anyhow, I don't think I'll be doing anything because if I am still carrying this child around, I'm not going to want to do anything. I already don't really like doing anything as it is. So, yeah, I think going to a restaurant or eating out or anything might be out of the question because it's just uncomfortable. So I might not do anything. And if I do have the baby by then, I won't want to leave the house anyway because it'll only be like a week old. So, yeah, probably won't do very much. Sounds like fun, right? I literally had not given it much thought. Ooh, there's magnolias on our tree. I hadn't noticed. Wow, we have 2 magnolia trees in our backyard, and I love magnolia trees because I grew up in a house that had 2 in the front yard, and they would like bloom like in your face, and I just always loved the way they looked and smelled. So we've got 2 in the backyard, which I love. My husband wants to tear 1 down, but I just can't let him because they're just so beautiful. But it's got little buds that are starting to open. How pretty. I'm excited. Anyhow, so that's my little vlog, just touching on Easter and my birthday. It's inevitable. I'll be a year older. I'll be 28. Even though people ask me and I tell them I'm 20, I'll be 27. I always make myself a year younger. My grandfather always made himself like 5 years older than what he was. So when people would ask him how old he was when he was 90, he was like, oh, I'm 95. And it was like, oh my God. So I will always make myself at least 5 years younger than my grandfather made himself. Because, yeah, I don't know, he always liked being older than, I guess it made him look better, I don't know. But yeah, he was in his 90s and he would tell people he was like 95, closer to 100, whatever. Anyhow, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.